born queens and gentle Xenos. Coming to you live from Rick Priestley's palatial mansion, this is the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference, and here is your host, Mr. Ping.
Thank you, voice of the Creature Conference, the physical embodiment of chaos known as Symbio Joe, for doing that intro for us. I am your host, Martin Synthesis, otherwise known as Mr. Pink. Pinky if you're freaky. I'm here with my co-host, Flynnhammer. Flynnhammer, want to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello. And this is the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. We are happy to see you this evening. Oh, great. Radon's here. Hey, Radon. I apologize for scheduling this like 15 minutes before it went live, but yeah, that's the kind of day I was having. And we're hoping to be joined by Hydra. He has not shown up yet, but he promised he was going to be here. And excited that today we get to kick off the celebration of all things Genestealer that we do every June, Junestealer. So that's what I've got up. I pulled up the title card. I'm extremely proud of this title card that I made for this stream. So I just, wanted to share it. There's some cool, I think we previewed the Wormform logo that Will and Hydra worked together on previously, but this is the final version of it that Hydra was working on our last stream. And in the background, there's certain sneaky little figures, which we're going to get into in more detail. But Flynnhammer, every time we start one of these streams, we're supposed to do a thing. We always forget to do it. I'm remembering to do it this time. Can you please tell us what part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion are we coming to everyone live from this week?
Coming live from his king-size bed because I'm absolutely exhausted from the week earlier in the UK.
Did you know that me and Nora just got a king-size bed? Or did you just pull that out of your ass?
Yes, I am a benefactus.
Did I tell you that? Or no, just like psychic? Okay, cool.
I am a big brain boy.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, we're coming to you live from Rick Priestley's king-size bed. I swear to God, there is no Slaneshi business going on. We're just chatting in this king-size bed. Nothing sexy's going on. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Tom Wilson is here too. Hello, Tom. Welcome. While we're killing time waiting for Hydra to show up, I'm gonna get this card out of here. I had some slightly, some might describe it as cult-adjacent activities in the last 2 weeks, in that I made sure to incise myself with it's not a cult sigil that will, remain with me for the rest of my life. I got a new tattoo. And because it might show up in the stream, I figured I should show it off. I actually just took the bandage off of it just the other day, and I'm sharing it with you guys because you guys are my real friends. But this is a tattoo I got to commemorate my father, who passed away last year, May of 2025. He was an marine consulting engineer. He inspected bridges and dams and shit. But once in his life, he designed a dam. And this is the dam that he designed, which is pretty damn cool. He didn't get to design very many bridges or dams, and he was very proud of this one. So the artist did an amazing job with it. And then the passage on the outside is from the Epic of Gilgamesh, which is, "The joyful will stoop with sorrow, and when you have gone to the earth, I will let my hair grow long for your sake. I will wander through the wilderness in the skin of a lion." So that's the passage about, I used to call him Enkidu, but then I saw the clip of Jean-Luc Picard talking about the Epic of Gilgamesh, and he called him Enkidu or something like that. It was really weird. So this is when Gilgamesh is mourning the death of Enkidu, his wild man from the woods that he hung out with. Anyway, yeah, so that's my tattoo. It's the biggest tattoo I've ever gotten. Took 9 hours. But I'm pretty happy with it.
I've already thought of a pun in my head, and Tom Wilson's already posted in chat, but damn, it's a cool tattoo.
Thanks, dude. Dudes in general. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. I'm the artist. I initially had planned, the passage was the main thing that I wanted to get tattooed, and I was gonna have the passage running like this right through the middle of my arm, because it was the most important part, and I thought he could do like some kind of blueprint or something behind this. And then I sent him pictures of the dam, and he did this rendering, and then he like faded out this part of it and had the letters running through it, and I was like, okay, that's too beautiful. I can't hide that behind the lettering. We got to like have that fully showing. So he revised it to put the lettering on the outside, and I think it's pretty cool. Okay. While we're killing time waiting for Hydra to show up, and because I recently went through all the folders on my computer and organized all this stuff, I thought that it might be fun to go through like the past Junestealer logos, just because I have them. You down, Flynn?
Oh yeah, I love the old.
So here's a little trip down memory lane. So fitting that Hydra helped us design this year's Junestealer logo, because when we first started Junestealer in 2021, it wasn't called Junestealer 2021, it was just called Junestealer. And Hydra hand drew this logo for us, or this Genestealer silhouette for us in pencil on paper, and that was our logo for 2021. There was, do I have it here? These all Photoshop files. There was like a secondary kind of design that Purple Giraffe did for us, but I don't. Wait, no. Oh, maybe I do.
Oh, Crippled Giraffe was doing a load of.
It was like a background sort of thing.
Kaijun as well, but he kind of merged it, and he had a little logo for his Junestealer ones.
Yeah, he did some Junestealer stuff. So he did. Let's go with this one. I like it better. He did this kind of. Looks like I think Blitz is going to be in it. He did this kind of like stained glass looking Junestealer thing, as if there was like a Junestealer, I don't know, church or something.
Church.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. That was like I don't know, I don't remember how I got him to do that or like what inspired that. That was cool. I just delete, but it's not our official logo. But I'm gonna add it as well. Can't delete that. It's fantastic. Remove. Yes, I want to remove. Okay, so that's 2021. So Junestealer's been going on for 5 years now, right? Or is this the 6th?
This is the 6th year.
Right. Thank you. Okay, so 2022 we had our boy Vermis, who won. Oh geez, these are who once won Junestealer the art category for doing like almost a sketch. Oh damn it, almost a sketch a day, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
When Vermis did that. So Vermis created this sorry. Give me trouble. Vermis created this really cool Junestealer logo for us. Very sneaky looking, with some beady little red eyes there. This is to this day one of my favorites. It's so cool. It's so simple, but so effective. Flynn, do you remember because 2023 you're going to know the theme right away, but did we have a theme for 2022, or we're just going to do Junestealer? It's going to be great.
Anything but cults.
Really?
Minors.
Do you have it written down, or you just remember?
No, because I remember the first year we had no theme. Then it was anything but minors.
Oh yes, okay.
Because it was just like starting to be a bit. It's like, let's have a theme, but let's make it like, because everyone just has like the normal. Oh, I'm going to buy this stuff, like the normal kits that they do.
You're going to make some more Genestealer minors.
Yeah. Because we wanted to do like the whole. Because I remember Hydra drew the aristocratic family portrait one.
Oh yeah, good memory, buddy. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Then it was Xenos hybrids.
Hold on, don't spoil. Oh yeah, okay, I've got it up now. Yes. And then 2023, another Hydra original. The reality is that we've got some very talented artists in the community, and they are keen to help out, which we're going to see a little more of this time. Sorry, Flynn, what do you say?
Great story about this actual logo as well. So we were talking about ideas for it, like at the end of one of the streams, and Hydra knocked us out within an hour, like the line drawing and everything.
Did he do it on stream? Like he just did it.
He did it in the like an hour afterwards. me, him, I think it was Symbio, were just having a chat afterwards,
Yeah,
and he just knocked it out. He just
yeah,
drew it then and there, and we were just there. I think I'm not 100% sure if it was Symbio. Obviously it's like 3 years ago, but we were just watching
yeah.
him just drawing, and we're like, "How have you drawn this in the whole thing?" And it was like
The man is
the whole idea.
So Hydra is the single most efficient hobbyist I know, as long as you have a deadline. If you have something happening tomorrow, like hour for hour, he will create better art than any other person on the planet. But he's not going to paint a golden demon entry for 6 months because that's not
Yeah,
a pressing enough deadline. So I greatly admire the man, and especially his capacity to crank out solid hits in 3.2 seconds. Not to throw him under the bus, but he's not here and he doesn't watch these streams after the fact, so he's never going to hear this. He started sending me art for like the part B of this year, which I'm going to get into. And I'm fully expecting he only started sending it to me because I sent him pictures of art that Will was doing for part B of Junestealer this year. And he was like, oh shit, I guess I got to do that. So then he started like firing me through sketches. So as long as we got a deadline, he's going to destroy anyone else who's competing with him. Speaking of Hydra, we got, so like I said, we have a lot of really talented artists in the community, and sometimes we're absolutely spoiled by them, which happened in 2024 when for a while there, Deshande, remember the community, was creating graphics for us, and he was going even more rogue than Hydra, where he would just start doing something without like anyone having to ask him, and he'd just be like, okay, yeah, I've created like a design for this. And I'm like, oh, we didn't even really talk about it. We didn't even really agree on like what the design could possibly be. So he's another unstoppable artist. And so in 2024, we technically, I don't know that we technically had 2 logos, but something like 2 logos.
So I remember. So
So let's reiterate. 2022, the logo was anything but miners. Any cultists that don't use standard Genestealer miners from Games Workshop. 2023 was non-human Xenos hybrids. Yeah, so make your Genestealers hybrids based on a different creature than a human, because most Genestealers are based on human stock. 2024, Flynn, what was our theme?
There's cults on the move.
Oh shit, you're right. It's right there. Hydra included it in his design. Sorry.
So Hydra actually originally started drawing his one first, and we were like, we kind of want to change up the artist, so not have the same artist every year.
Oh, is that how it happened?
Yeah, and then outside Deshande was also doing his one at the same time.
But Deshande did our 2023 Nidvember, right? And he did our 2022 Nidvember. There's the man. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Hydra. Welcome.
Yeah. Hello. It was at that point you wanted to change it all up.
Come again, Flynn? What was that?
It was at that point because you said, oh, we have had Deshande do the last 2 and then everything else. We wanted to change up who actually was doing the art.
Yes.
So we weren't using the same person each time.
I feel like an idiot because like when an amazing artist comes to you and goes, hey, I drew something for you, you're supposed to go, thank you, sir, may I please have another? But I do like making sure that we have like a range of different folks represented and styles represented. But anyway, so 2024, so Simon, just to catch you up, we're doing a magical tour through our history of Junestealer logos.
Oh, nice.
And talking about how you seem to do one every other year or something like
that. Might be the case, yes.
So we're on to 2024 when you did the cute little Junestealer with the backpack, going to Terra, and Deshande did the cheeky cultist hitchhiking to Terra.
Oh yes, I remember that fondly.
Yep,
fun one.
And then we were also reviewing how you did 2021, otherwise known as the Junestealer logo that I often forget about. And then you did 2023. And then you tried to do 2024, but we're like, I don't know. So I don't know which one of those is the official, but we got 2.
The Terror or Bust is the official one.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Flynnhammer, for being our arbiter of the officialdom. And then last year, we were sponsored by blip 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 Fenris Workshop because they're great. So I wanted to like push the boat out a bit and get us like something really cool to match that. And I hired Lepka Ade, who, if you've ever seen my Hot Bug Summer stickers that I created,
Oh yeah.
or like Vlepka's done. Did you do a version of me? I can't keep track of my art. Anyway, Vlepka Ade, he was very kind to let me. I think I commissioned him very last minute, and he did this amazing Junestealer wants you for the Planetary Defense Force. Because Flynnhammer, what was the theme for 2025?
PDF cults, like it was PDF cults, like simple as that. Like they're taking over the Planetary Defense Force, so it's not the Defense Force anymore. It's the staging ground force.
Yes. So Planetary Defense Force, Junestealer calls. And this is, of course, ripping off that classic American Uncle. Is it called Uncle Sam? I think they call him.
Oh, it was Kitchener in the UK first.
Oh, was it? Is that where they got it from?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like I need you, the thing, and then it's just like Americans go, "Oh, we'll do it with Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam needs you."
okay.
And then it's just like a standard sort of thing of pointing out of the photo, "We need you."
Oh, that's sick. Sorry, Hydra distracted me. Simon, you can talk on here about it. You don't have to message me in a separate thing that I can't even look at. Well, I've got this all up on my screen.
Whispering sweet nothings to each other.
He is whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
Oh,
Maybe he doesn't want to talk about it on stream. That's okay. I sent him a real sappy card.
Yeah.
Well, yes, and you send me a magnet from Spencer.
Yep.
Which is amazing.
Miniature Spencer, the super talented. If you want a magnet that lists one of your favorite fictional locations, be it Raccoon City, be it the Overlook Hotel, be it, I don't know, some other place. Miniature Spencer's got these cool street sign magnets that he makes for all these dorky locales. And I sent one to Hydra for Raccoon City because he's obsessed with Raccoon City.
Well, I'm not as obsessed. It's just a wonderful story.
Yeah.
And my, of course, asked me what raccoon, what was the sign saying. It looks like a highway sign.
Yes.
And said, Raccoon
Oh,
City.
I should have put him to put Usfart on there or whatever the heck.
Ausfahrt.
Ausfahrt.
Well, if you want to teach kids something, you do it this way because they get curious and you can explain it to them, and that was great. So they asked me what was Raccoon City about, and
oh, good.
This is like a whole whirlwind of information coming together nicely.
Teachable moments.
Yes, yeah, sort of. I think it's, I know, like everyone knows Raccoon City from the Resident Evil franchise, and was it Resident Evil 1 or 2? No, it was 2, right?
Yeah.
The first movie was within this hive building.
Yeah.
And the second one was outside.
Yeah.
And there's this very iconic scene where people try to get out of the city, and the police shuts down the roads, especially the bridges. From that city, and they at some point
I think the city is called Raccoon City. I think that's the name of it.
And the city they where the virus gets loose is Raccoon City, and this bridge is in the real Raccoon City.
Yeah, baby.
Which is Toronto.
Toronto, Ontario. We have so many raccoons. Like, if it was later in the day, they'd be having a dance party on my garage roof right now.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I have so many fond memories around this very single word, because I remember very good staring out of the window from your sky tower back then.
Yeah.
On the city, and
when I lived on the 23rd floor of an apartment building, that was fun.
Yeah, outside the city, and we could see the city, and we could see that bridge.
Yep.
And that was magic. That was pure magic, and yeah. And when I stayed with you for a longer time, I passed that bridge so regularly, and pa passing that bridge always felt to me like coming home in a bit,
Oh,
in
wait.
a
Yeah.
way.
So, hold on. Earlier, Simon, I showed people my new tattoo.
Yes.
So when I was coming up with the idea for this, I actually thought about putting it's called the Bloor Viaduct, putting the Bloor Viaduct Bridge on here, which is the Raccoon
Yes.
City Bridge, because the passage because like I've often lived close to that bridge. And fun fact, if anyone comes to Toronto and they go to Little Canada, you can find me on the Bloor Viaduct. There's a little version of me. I've got a pink hat on and some pink pants on, so you can look for me on the Bloor Viaduct. But the passage on the outside of this tattoo is used as the introduction to a book called In the Skin of a Lion. And In the Skin of a Lion starts when they're building that bridge. And like the first
wow.
scene of it takes place on that bridge. And like it's a book my dad had around and would read and we'd talk about. So anyway, it all comes down to the Raccoon City Bridge as well.
Nice. And that tattoo is so good.
I am super happy with it.
I believe that.
Hydra, is there anything you wanted to like reflect on when we look back on the old school Junestealer logos before we move on to the current iteration?
No, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Flynn, did you have anything you want to
I-
say about this stuff?
As in the logos,
Yeah, I don't know.
they've all
I
been
just
brilliant.
remember the Junestealer logo from 23 pretty well, because that was after the stream. And
Flynn
I
told
was
that
kind of-
story. Yeah, what's your side of that story?
it was freaking late. I think, if I recall correctly, I was quite drunk.
Yeah.
And we were musing about that topic. I think after the stream, we were toying around with ideas, or I think Flynn told me his idea for this thing, and I sat down and drew it. Just, toying around with ideas and getting the immediate reaction from Flynn, whose brainchild that was. And that was pretty amazing. That's a
Yeah.
pretty good run. And when I was done, or when we were done, I just needed to take a picture of that and had to draw it on my iPad, and
Yeah.
that was super quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you got here, I was talking about how you're the world's most efficient miniature artist as long as you have a deadline. Or any kind of artist, I
Yes,
guess.
sir.
Yeah. Okay, so and then we've got no one replied to my message in our stream host chat if this is okay. So I am officially going rogue and saying that this is our new logo for 2026. Junestealer 2026. Theme is Killer Strains, artfully drawn by Will, Tactical D-Bag, and embroidered by Hydra with some awesome art and shading. Sorry, some awesome color and shading. So that's going to be the logo. However, I had another crazy idea to ask Will and Hydra, since they'd already designed this logo that wasn't enough work, if they could do some more work and do some cool shit. Because the idea I had was I think I mentioned this last time. The theme is Killer Strains. It's like Kill Team meets mutants. Because Flynn wanted mutants and I wanted Kill Team, so we smashed them together. And I wanted like some very rough character sketches to be able to post throughout the month so that folks could have like kind of, if they see, oh yeah, Junestealer, Killer Strains, Kill Team, mutants, like, oh, okay, but like what should I do? Like I thought maybe these like rough sketches would help people to think about different ideas or different ways to interpret the various operatives that might be on a kill team. So I've got 2 from Hydra. Oh, what am I doing? And I got 2 from Will. So up top we got How do you want? I don't know if this is up for you yet. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, so what's the
Uh,
first dude I plunked up there? What's going on there?
The first dude is like a comms, like a Genestealer cultist hacker.
Yep.
And these are very, very quick and very rough. I was having a bad time kind of trying to pinpoint my ideas.
Yeah.
Because that kind of drawing is, well, anyway, what I did was, I think a good year ago I have bought some cheap mannequins,
Yep.
like those posable puppets.
Like wooden ones for art.
No, they're small. They're plastic. They're always
Oh.
advertised as 3D printed.
Yeah.
You could kind of put them into cool action poses and stuff.
Mhm.
And I have used them for Omentide stuff before. So I put this action thing in a pose,
Yeah.
and then take a picture of that and draw over the picture, because I'm having a hard time getting the proportions right and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was me toying around with those things, and that's how these poses came to be. I'm not a comic painter, drawer, whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah. So the first is a comms dude, and I wanted him to have like you know the the visual thing that has always intrigued me in, for example, the Matrix,
Yeah.
was those biomechanical dendrites
Yeah.
that kind of connect to something, and I was envisioning
Oh,
that.
like the ones that go into like the back of their head.
Yes.
Ah, neat.
And I was
Okay.
envisioning that he kind of had a cluster of those things on his back for like
Sick.
different keys for different sockets, if you will.
Yeah.
Basically, like in Star Wars, when R2D2 opens those doors, he has this little thing that
Yep.
comes out, and he goes
Yep.
back and forth, something like that. Just not just one tendril, but a bunch of those in his backpack. And of course, he had to had a weird face. I started with one big eye and one like a lens eye
Yeah.
to give this a technical appearance. And I like that in 40K there are these Jesus words. Uh Everyone appears to have this stupid mechanical eye,
Oh, but
which
yeah, bionic eye or whatever.
yes, which immediately creates this, okay, yeah, you are apparently a seasoned veteran of some sort, and you are enhanced technologically,
Mhm.
but it actually makes no sense. Like, real enhanced technology would not be seen. Like, why would you have this massive screw plated metal part in your face? But anyway, I like that. It's very catchy, and I wanted the of course the servo skull, which I envision to be a kind of an information hub or something, like an
Yeah.
access to some sort of network. Of course, he needs to have one of those, and so the Genestealer cultist hacker needs to have one of those. But yeah, it kind of got out of hand, and at some point he had a super large brain, and at some point he had antennas sticking out of his head, and in the end, it was this brain parasite thing covering his
Cool. I
head
love
with
it.
lots of eyes,
Because like
which kind of are the biologic mimicry of this I this false eye the skull has.
yeah, I love it. I hope Flynn's happy because Flynn wants more mutants and
Yeah.
Will's art is less mutant, and so it's cool that you worked in the mutant angle.
Hmm.
Flynn, what do you think?
Oh yeah, it's part of the whole bit of my thinking of like trying to get the right words as my brain has kind of gone to mush with the heat here and
Yeah.
my week. But yeah, it's just that the whole bit of like this whole strains isn't meant to be like like aberrants are they're just hulking brutes of muscle, but you got like the benefactors is like the whole brain
Yeah.
bit to it. So there's always like there's going to be something that happens for it. Like you could have someone who's got like completely skinny arms but huge friggin' legs, or completely the other way around. You
Yeah.
don't know what the Broodmine wants to do.
Yep.
So this fits that sort of aspects of it really well.
Cool. Yeah, I think this might be one of my favorite ones that I've seen so far, and this was the first one Hydra sent through. So good work, buddy. And then you sent through this lovely little lady here. Do you want to tell us about this one?
Well, the theme was, or the prompt you gave me, or that I picked, was a cadet.
Yes.
So I didn't want to have much of mutation going on.
Yeah, smart.
And I have started to rewatch The Expanse.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
That kind of, I think that kind of squeezed through the way I drew over the pose I made with that toy.
Yeah.
And they are not very wide, and so this gave me the angle and everything gave me a slight feminine look. And yeah, I wanted the pose to be holding a book in one hand, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the rest, but it kind of came to me that as a cadet, that would be someone within the early stages of the infection.
Yes.
So that's why she's having like this band-aid in her face, and there's a little tear on her other cheek.
Yeah.
I was assuming that kind of she just received the Genestealer cultist, the Genestealer kiss.
Yeah.
And that's why she's showing like her ear is already slightly mutated. She still has hair, but that's kind of at the back of her head. She's having these chitin plates at her forehead, but other than that, she's not, she's showing slight signs of things. And I envision that as Genestealer cultists usually enter civilization at the lowest levels,
yes,
kind of work upwards from there.
Yeah.
A worker of some sort would be a good start. Like she would bring this book of salvation and comradeship and whatnot of the four-armed God Emperor to work, and will lecture her teammates in their rare break about that.
Yeah.
And
this is
so,
great.
hey,
I
yeah,
didn't I looked at this and I didn't catch half of these references, so I'm really glad you're orienting us to them.
Yeah, it's not, it's rough, but
no, but it's got a lot of depth. Like even with a sketch so rough, you managed to work in a lot of references and depth to it that really carry the cadet idea forward.
Thanks. Yeah, and of course she needs a warhammer in her hand.
Yeah, always. Cool. Well, those are the two you've sent through so far, so I'm really excited to see what you do with the other ones. But that's definitely more than enough to get us started.
As soon as I have something, I will send it through.
Thanks, dude. And then the other ones we have here.
Oh, and look out for the medic. I think I really like where I'm going with that.
Nice. The other ones we have here are from Tactical D-Bag, Will. He's a co-host of Work in Progress Wednesday. So we'll probably get him to talk about them like himself, so he can talk about his like concepts for them. But this one, I made up a list of like a bunch of random prompts and sent them to Will and to Hydra and said like, whichever ones speak to you, please choose them and go for it. So Will chose heavy for this one. I didn't make it clear whether it was like heavy weapons or like just like a heavy, big muscly dude or anything like that. So he chose, I guess he pursued both. He's a big muscly dude with a big heavy weapon. Looks like he's got a mining laser there.
Yeah.
And he's getting, you can see some kind of like chitin, whatever, build up on his right arm. And the right hand is turning into like a Genestealer kind of claw. And then the other arm isn't quite as mutated yet. But you can see his face has definitely got some Genestealer mutation going on in it.
Yeah. He definitely needs that third arm to hold the multi-laser as well.
Yeah, maybe it's like in behind there, we're not seeing it. That's that one. And then the other one that Will sent, I actually have a few more of Will's, but I'm doing 2 and 2. The other one that Will sent through was for the prompt Enforcer. He did this tough dude here, which is, like these are all great, but I'd love to see a miniature of this guy because he just looks so badass. Like,
Yeah.
not someone who you would want to mess with by any means. And he's got that mutate. He looks much more mutated. He's got a very Genestealer-y rending claw on his left hand, and then his right hand, like the arm looks more human, but you can see that the hand is definitely already started the mutation process.
That's I love that part. How the fingers start to fuse together to become a claw,
Yeah,
and how the back of his hand starts to show those
the vents or
rib
whatever they are.
structures. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys like I'm glad you both agreed to do this because I love the like variety of your styles and your approaches to it. Like your stuff has clearly been done digitally. This is literally the pencil and paper that he sent me. So I just like mess with them a bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna take all of these and I'm gonna turn them into prompt cards that we'll be posting over on Warp Shadow. Just to kind of like get the juices flowing for Junestealer.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like for so many years I've been like, hey Flynn, I'm going on vacation. Can you like, you know, run Junestealer? And Flynn's just been totally left to his own devices, and he's done very well with little to no support from my ass. So the hope is to provide a little more support this year to make up for it.
Yay.
Yay. And I greatly appreciate Hydra, you offering your own artistic support to this. And I will have to tell Will on Wednesday how much I appreciate his artistic support.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna like it's because we can keep posting the very beautiful worm form logo and be like, hey, it's Junestealer, you know, go check it out, do some stuff. But I thought that with the character sketches that you're both doing and like posting them as prompts for folks, that might be a better way to kind of like keep banging the Junestealer drum with different content, so it's not just the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying with the rest, I'm trying to lean into different designs.
Yeah. Great.
Like one of my big critique points about the Genestealer cult miniatures that we have is that this is just one kind of design that appears to be happening everywhere. Like
Yes.
the whole universe
The minor thing
apparently has miners, and all those, you know, all the miners, like if you see a miner, he's probably a Genestealer cultist.
Yes.
And I always admired and liked the idea of them sneaking into different societies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was what I was trying with this construction site lady, that she definitely needed to look less, hey, I'm a miner.
Yeah.
So she's a road worker. And I'll try to find some other stereotype jobs that I can kind of work into those concepts. So to break it off a bit. How about a firefighter Genestealer cultist?
That's good. Simon, I don't want to like glaze you too much because, you know, your head might get too large to fit through doors. But I feel like throughout the history of Junestealer, you have always been excellent at thinking about Genestealer cultists in different ways. Like when we did Cults on the Move, and you did your like, was it a carnival or something? Or like you had this idea of like this traveling carnival that moves around and that's how it spreads the curse. Like that was such a cool idea. And then Flynnhammer was talking about how you did that sketch of like what's the word? Flynn, you had it. The family, the fancy people.
The aristocrat.
Thank you, aristocratic. You did like the aristocratic family. So you're always coming up with new and cool ways to think differently about cultists. And I super appreciate it. I think it's one of your gifts. One of your many gifts.
Doing what I can for the Sky Mother.
You are her most loyal servant, definitely. Speaking of trying to be a loyal servant for the Sky Mother, I am trying to get back to a project that I started probably in Junestealer 2021. Maybe, likely, no, actually before that, but I started working on it, like, quote-unquote, seriously, Junestealer 2021. This is the Secret Father.
Yes.
I love this miniature What?
The giant's feet.
Yeah, I love this miniature, and I keep forgetting to work on it. So in the style of like what I do with my brother, where I need to work on his Word Bearer's Dreadnought, I'm going to use Junestealer as an opportunity to get back to this geezer. And I'm going to make some damn progress, because you know what? We need to move fast and make miniatures, and that's what I'm going to try and do. So that's what I'm working on here. I want to explain that, because anyone who's been around more recently probably is like, what the hell is that thing? I've never seen it before. I got a lot of that in my boxes in my studio.
I'm sorry.
What?
Lukewarm Reception said in the chat, insurance telemarketer cultist.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, Lukewarm Reception, I think you should convert that up for us. Let's see it. Also, I'm excited to see that Blinded by Daylight's here. Hoping that maybe we can infect... I know Blinded by Daylight works on very... Do you know Blinded by Daylight stuff, Simon?
No.
Okay, so Blinded by Daylight takes large scale like McFarlane action figures and also the Joy Toy ones and converts those. So like he'll take like a Chaos one and like turn it into a Noise Marine. So he does really fucking cool stuff. And I'm just here hoping that we can maybe convince him to embrace the Sky Mother with his cool art and maybe make some cool Junestealer inspired cultist stuff at his scale. But I'm sure he's probably in the middle of something. But that's my proposition to you, Blinded by Daylight. I'd love to see... This is the part where I worry that I've missed you actually doing a Genestealer cultist already. Hopefully I haven't, but yeah, that would be super cool to see.
Is he going by that name on Instagram?
Yeah, but he's more active on YouTube, but he does have an Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's under Blinded by Daylight as well.
Blinded by Daylight. Oh. No. Blinded by Daylight?
No, daylight, like
Daylight.
the sun.
Okay, I landed completely off.
Okay. I'm sure there's also an account for Blinded by Delight. That's probably sounds like it might be.
Someone in San Antonio.
Okay. I don't believe he's based in San Antonio. I think he's based in the UK.
Nope. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. But he does miniatures well, right?
Yes. Yes. Very awesome miniatures as well. Very talented painter.
Oh, yes.
Big miniatures, little miniatures, miniatures of all sizes.
Hand sculpted Slanish Fiend. Oh, Jesus. That's so good.
I'm just going to read a few comments from chat.
Please. Thank you.
So, Radon says earlier goes, oh, we found 20 new lines of the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Cool.
Diana says all of the designs are remarkable for the old logos.
Thanks, Diana.
Tom
I didn't do anything. I just hired people. What?
Tom just mentioned about like, because we mentioned about Kitchener. Goes, yeah, but Kitchener was a monster. Yeah.
I don't know anything about Kitchener.
I just know this stuff happens at that point. I can't remember it all right
My
now.
UK knowledge ends with, what's his name? Churchill.
Yeah, but then he was also, to certain places in the world, he was the devil.
Oh, like colonial stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, like India, probably.
Public, yeah, but to the British public, he was a saint. So it's always what they do to certain people at certain places that they form their opinions on them. History. But we've got also Joshua Rayner.
Rayner, yeah, I remember Joshua Rayner.
Says Junestealer cult maxing. Wanted to say thanks for all of the inspiration, especially when sculpting. And then give some ideas of oil field or petrol worker. And also, Radon says Genestealer doctor. Lukewarm reception says insurance telemarketer cultist.
Oh yeah, Simon got that one.
Yeah, and he has Josh Rayner also asked, what's the sculpting tool? And he knows it's silicon. Is it a particular brand?
It's this one. Sorry, Joshua Rayner, you're gonna be very sad. This is a Kegel Konik Alt Modeler. And it is only available in Germany.
You need to get your own personal German.
Well, I can supply people, but I need to get a re-up on my subscription for them from Hydra before I can supply people.
Yes. And I definitely need to pack the parcel, but something I want to pack along has finally arrived.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Also, I'm working with Dom Does Minis, past November winner, on something super secret for Junestealer, which is coming out soon.
Ooh.
And in terms of compensation, Dom Does Minis has asked me for, can you send me one of those famous German sculpting tools you have? And I'm like, yes, I can absolutely send you a famous German sculpting tool. Dude, I pushed them hard. Like when I did my sculpting session at Maple Palette, I was like, this is a unique German sculpting tool. You cannot get it anywhere else. And it was one of my prizes that I gave away.
Nice. Quick question right on. He said earlier, oh, we found 20 new lines of the Epic of Gilgamesh. Does that mean like the actual Gilgamesh epic?
I think so. I think it's like, it would have been some archaeological find. Because the Epic of Gilgamesh is credited as like the first Western story, right? Is that
do you know why the Gilgamesh epos is important for all of you?
No, tell me.
It sounds weird, but this is so I tell this my students. Are you
I was going to say, is this your art teacher brain or your religion teacher brain?
Religion teacher brain.
Okay.
I think it's interesting because it kind of, to me, it is still connected to our day now, and it kind of explains a few things, how things are.
Yeah.
So the Jews, or the is no, I don't know the correct English term. So maybe you know the story
Hebrew,
about
like Hebrew.
Moses. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Hebrews, when they left Egypt, and they left through the Red Sea. They left Egypt, and they have been walking around until they found the Promised Land.
Yep.
And then they settle down in the Promised Land, and for a good while they have been nothing else than like these tribes.
Yep.
Being there, and that's why this no, before they have been tribes, and then in the act of being enslaved in Egypt, they became more of a unified community.
Yeah.
And when they arrived in the Promised Land, they kind of were still unified, and they didn't break up much into those tribes back, but more had a kind of a consciousness for their for a nation,
Yeah.
which at some point resulted in them voting for a king, because
Yes.
they were constantly attacked by other tribes that surrounded them, and they said, okay, if we have a king, then we can defend better against these others.
Yes.
And that was David. And no, that was not David. That was the other dude. His oh, the crazy one. I'm tired. I forgot his name. Long
That's
story.
fine.
Long story short, David became king, kind of united all these tribes into one great nation. And then there has been for a short while one Jewish kingdom, and that kind of broke apart. And now is where it gets interesting. After these Jewish kingdoms ceased to exist, the Jewish people were still existing, but they were constantly under a different power that was controlling them. And they have been, they were still living in that area, but that area was of strategic interest, and therefore there constantly have been others that controlled them. I think if I get the correct, there's a correct order. I think it starts with the Egyptians that controlled them, and then the Assyria, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
And the most interesting part is the Babylonians, because um, they had a very interesting way of occupying strips of land. Because when you think about occupation in the Bronze Age, that's quite a difficult thing. How can you keep a territory together? You can
Yeah.
invade a territory and you can, kill and take what you can from that area, but then you have to move on. Your army has to constantly move, and if you leave someone's soldiers of yours behind, they will eventually at some point become part of the local people, or they simply wander away or whatever. So how do you main control over an area
Mhm.
when you're a king that is far away?
Yeah.
And the Babylonians had an interesting concept. What they did was they had Babylon.
Yep.
Jesus. So that was Babylon of that time, was a little bit like New York you would envision today, um, like a super large city with a dominant culture. So
Mhm.
the Babylonic culture.
Mhm.
And what they did was they invaded a country. They uh, killed part of the elite of the country, so the people who knew how to read and shit,
Mhm.
and were religiously educated and all that. So part of them was killed, and another part was deported, and they deported them into Babylon. So
Oh.
they kind of took them from their homes and took them to Babylon to have the integration, no,
Simulation, yeah.
assimilation pressure of the city for them to become Babylonians, to kind of reject their own beliefs and kind of to, after a while, constantly becoming more and more of the Babylonic creed.
Yeah.
And then kind of being turned into Babylonic people, they would be sent back home to kind of bring this new culture and this new faith into the Babylonic creed back home, and that way, this way, you would ensure the loyalty of this land strip to Babel
Yeah.
without leaving soldiers to kind of occupy
Police it
them.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. And so this is what they try to do with the Jews as well. But the Jews proved to be very resilient.
Mhm.
And during that phase, when they were deported to Babylon, was when, and now it's getting interesting, is when the story was created that God made the earth in 7 days.
Oh.
But
Okay.
because before that, the Jews did not have a real calendar, or they were not very good at astrology and all
Mhm.
that. And suddenly they have this massive boost of kind of early scientific knowledge, and they kind of work this scientific knowledge that they have gained from the Babylonics um, into their own creed and
Mhm.
into their own religion.
Okay.
And that was when they kind of told the story of the 7 days, because before that they didn't know that a week had 7 days,
Mhm.
but the Babylonians knew that. And
So where does this come back to Gilgamesh?
so the Gilgamesh is written seven on seven
Tablets?
tablets,
Yeah.
yes,
Pieces of stone?
representing, yes,
Yeah.
representing each a uh, part of their way, of their story of how Earth became to be, and that story is that's incredible. We have lots of pop cultural reference to that. for example, Tiamat is probably one of the most known characters from computer games and shit. Like she's like a demon queen and stuff like that.
Also, one of the books of the Expanse named after her.
Yeah. So she was the demon goddess. The whole story is basically a soap opera.
Yeah.
And in the end, like after gods have fought each other, and that they when they in the end the quotation marks good dude fought off the bad guys.
Yeah.
They killed Tiamat, and her body was broken into parts, and they built Earth from these broken parts. And in the end, they took blood from demons to make humans.
Oh.
And these humans were slaves to the gods, and their sole task was to worship the gods. This sounds very grim, but all these stories try to explain what the humans are, what the human place is in the creation.
Yeah.
And they kind of had a very grim view on the human's task. So, made from demon blood and tasked to serve the gods. That does not sound much of a free will or anything like the values we have today.
Yeah.
And that was when the Hebrews came up with that idea that their God is completely different. So while the Babylonian gods were beating up each other and blood everywhere, and they broke the body apart to create.
Sorry, this was the
Earth and all
Babylonian
that.
gods, was like Tiamat and all that.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And the Hebrews said, instead of having like all these different people running around doing pretty human stuff, we have just one God, and this one God does not need to, kill someone and take his flesh and do stuff with it. We have someone who simply speaks, and suddenly it comes into existence.
Ah, okay.
So it's not we have a lazy God, but he's even more powerful than these dudes who need to battle each other. Basically, they're constantly trying to tell the story who has the better imaginary friend, but in a very for which I think is so interesting, because for most educated Western people, this 7-day creation story is something to scare people away from religion, because who wants to believe that stuff. But back then, so if you go to the core of this story, the core, or the punchline, if you will, is that God created man with a task, but he made him in his liking.
Yeah.
You
say in his image
slave.
In English.
Yeah, in his image, yes. Yeah. Not as a slave, not as like a better animal or anything like that, but it's someone with dignity and all these things that we understand that humans are.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention before I forget. Yeah. As you're telling me like all the stuff about like the Babylonians and like taking someone back to Babylon to indoctrinate them and then send them back out, that is the plot of the new book by the authors of The Expanse, but it's aliens.
Nice.
And like the whole thing where like you said that the Babylonians would like murder like the elite.
Yep.
It's not much of a spoiler because it happens in like the first like 3 chapters or 4 chapters of the book. But when these aliens, if you don't want a spoiler at all for Captives War, I'm going to put this blue thing on the screen. And when this blue thing goes away, I'll stop talking about Captives War. But if you don't want a spoiler for the new Expanse books, look away, turn down your volume now. But how the invasion starts is that the aliens show up on the planet and they're like, you are now subjects of the Carracks. And to prove that, how do they say it? They're like, to prove that you being subjects requires your permission, or like you need to like choose to be subjects of the Carracks. We will now murder 1/8 of your population. And they immediately kill 1/8 of the population. Like totally, do they just die? Like to kind of convince them that's like, you can't resist us. Like, this is what it is. But
Yep.
what they do is they take an example, and they take the human elites, and they take the elites back to their home world, and they basically give the elites a problem that they have to solve. And they're like, if you can solve this problem, you're useful to our society. If you can't solve this problem, you are not useful to our society.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really, they're great books, and there's only going to be 3 of them, and they've already released 2. So they're pretty freaking cool. Anyway.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah. And like
This
all
is
their
how
books are like named
assimilation
for
works.
like demons and stuff. I don't know enough about the Bible, so probably if I knew more about the Bible, I'd recognize all the references. Like the main character in the new book is named David, and apparently he's based on a biblical David who was like, oh, maybe it was the Babylonians, I don't know, was taken into like another society, and he basically found out how to like turn the society against itself from the inside. Does this ring any Bible bells for you?
Well, if you, as I said, the big king it's Saul. Okay, so the first king that the Hebrews vote, which is also very interesting because they voted for a king.
Yeah.
Usually, when you think about the Middle Ages,
Divine
kings are
divine
born
right or
never
whatever. Yeah.
inherited.
Yeah.
So the tribes sit together and have decide that one of them is some Mel Ninja just writes. So that's the whole point of the book of Daniel in the Bible, taken to Babylon. And
Daniel,
then,
yes. So David, the character of David is based on Daniel. Sorry, yes, it was Daniel. I messed that up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Small
So
Ninja's got it.
Daniel is something completely different. Yeah. Daniel is in the end. Well, he mixes lots of things up, but Daniel is also the first. So the when you have the Old Testament and the New Testament, from a Christian perspective, the Old Testament ends with the book of Daniel, because that is the Apocalypse episode 1, and then we have Apocalypse episode 2 in the New Testament.
Yeah.
And Daniel is the one who is ultimately being thrown into the den with lions.
Okay.
Maybe that rings a bell.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
That's a pretty strong imagery because he, which has been depicted by lots of artists, like this dude walking amongst the lions, that simply won't harm him.
That's very similar to this book. Like these alien overlords can basically kill you immediately, but he has to like walk a thin line to not get murdered by them.
So Daniel is like taken hostage, if I recall it correctly, and then becomes part of this society, but on his own terms and not not being assimilated by the culture and religious pressure that is put on him.
Yeah.
So that would make sense.
Cool. What does this have to do with Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh is the epic of Gilgamesh is in part Gilgamesh is kind of the Babylonic hero.
Okay.
And his you have Hercules in the
in Greek.
in the Greek. Yeah, and Gilgamesh is sort of the heroic of the Babylonians.
Okay.
And his epic is very closely linked to the so-called Enuma Elish, which is the this story how the existence of Earth was explained in the Babylonic mythology.
Oh, okay.
So Gilgamesh is a very important character because I think the highest god, if I remember it correctly, it's been a couple of years since I last read that, but Gilgamesh is the son of Marduk, and Marduk is the highest king of the Babylonians.
Okay.
And Gilgamesh has lots of adventures and fantastic tasks to do and stuff. Like he's like a hero novel.
Yeah.
And I think if like 20 more not chapters, what was it? Lines, 20 new lines are found. That's a great deal of a story there. So
yeah.
That was how we came to be. So Radon posted this, and
we got there in the end.
oh yeah. Okay. Mal Ninja corrects us. Gilgamesh is Sumerian story, though. It predates Babylon by a while. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like in Western tradition, it's referred to as the first story ever written, which is not, you know, only in the West, maybe, but it's the only one that survived, at least.
Okay, so Mel Ninja enlightens us. He wants to become immortal because his best friend dies. He actually meets some scholar have interpreted to be like Noah from the Bible.
Oh, okay. So his best friend, I think, is the wild man Enkidu. Enkidu, if you believe Patrick Stewart's pronunciation. If you've never heard of the Epic of Gilgamesh, but you're a fan of STNG, Star Trek: The Next Generation, and you can remember Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra when the walls fell, then that is like when Picard talks to I can't remember the other dude's name, the alien dude, about like he's trying to find a metaphorical story where he can communicate with this guy because the guy only speaks in metaphors. Patrick Stewart tells about the Epic of Gilgamesh.
You have to figure out that Gilgamesh epos yourself. I need to help my wife with the kids.
Okay, cool.
I'll be back.
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Flynn, how you doing?
Still half awake.
Oh, okay. I felt bad that we were like not engaging you, but if you're just chilling, that's fine too.
Yeah, just so I've got back. I know chat doesn't know.
Yeah.
I was in Romania on a rugby tour from Thursday last week. I only got back on Tuesday.
Because Flynn's a bit sporty. He likes a bit of the sport.
Yeah, a bit of sport, and I've got a softball tournament tomorrow. So I'm just like,
oh jeez. Do you need to like go to bed soon so that you're actually arrested?
Soonish, yeah.
Okay, you feel free, man. Because I technically have to go to a party tonight and I'm not even paying attention to the time because I'm having so much fun filling in stuff on this guy. I'm being serious. I'm having a great time. Getting started. Oh, I forgot to say. So if you're watching the stream, you're allowed to start Junestealer early because you showed up. That's your subscriber rights for being on the Creature Conference. I should have said that right at the beginning. So if you've got a Junestealer project and you don't want to start till June, you don't have to wait till June. You can do it whenever. But we're officially giving you special dispensation to start on your Junestealer now, if that interests you. We're supposed to say that off the top. I forgot. Flynn, what are you doing for Junestealer? You told me before we started streaming. Tell all the fine people right now.
Yeah. So I found a Kickstarter early this year that was doing like mutant miniatures, and they look really good.
Yeah.
As like mutated Genestealer cults.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, I'll get them and then I'll paint them up to be there. Problem for me is I haven't got the bandwidth at the moment to be able to paint them up because I've arrived, I've cleaned them, just haven't been able to get them onto the bases to even get them sprayed.
These are printed?
In the first place. No, these are metal cast.
Oh, amazing. I love it.
Yeah. So I just haven't had a chance to get round to that. There's like quite a few different ones.
Yeah.
To spice it all up.
Cool.
So that fit different motifs and would work in an army as well. They sort of give like an aspect that's like cross between Genestealer cults and also like the mutants in Total Recall, but the original Total Recall.
I haven't seen any of them.
All
I know about Total Recall is I wish I had 3 hands.
Yeah.
Because that is the quote from Total Recall that got bandied about the schoolyard when I was a child.
Yeah. It just looked at it as like, okay, that's the aspect I could see straight away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely something we're like, yep, definitely wanting to do that.
Cool.
Yeah, has anyone in chat, they've got their ideas what they're doing for?
Yeah, let us know in
Junestealer?
chat if you're attending to participate in Junestealer and you got an idea of what you'd like to be working on for it. We'd love to hear about it. Just trying to fill in some gaps on this dude. So if you get bandwidth, Flynn, you're going to be working on those mutants.
Yeah.
Cool. He's got a bit of a weird gap here, so I'm just going to fill it in with like exaggerating his droopy belly a bit. My hope. But I'm very happy with how I did the droopy belly so far, so I don't want to mess up what I've already done.
Yeah.
This guy's not quite going to be a Fatriarch, but he's, you know, he's seen better days. He's old, you know, he's been around for a while.
There.
He's getting there. And I started this thing 1,000 years ago. If you've heard this lore before, when the giant was not new, but like pretty close to new, I bought a giant kit randomly. And I was like, I'm going to make that into a big Genestealer Patriarch. And I got like as far as like, I think taking a Carnifex torso, flipping it around, attaching the giant head, but I don't know if I even got this feeder tendril thing on, because this is a weapon feeder from some giant Tyranid cannon, and I definitely figured that out later. So this guy sat in a box for a long time, waiting to be realized, and then I dug him out in 2021, but he's probably from like the mid-2000s when he was actually started.
Yeah.
Any hits on people's projects?
So, Radon, I won't be able to participate in Junestealer because of Pride Month responsibilities. Go ahead.
Hey, I barely participate in Junestealer because of random travel responsibilities half the time.
Maureen just says, thinking of making green stuff cultists, Genestealer cults, sorry. I say GS
That's a good,
and I
didn't put
stuff.
two and two together, but yeah, that's funny.
I just read GS as green stuff.
I understand.
Who watch their high fleet getting eaten by the local fauna instead of winning. They then realize their error and start worshipping their new master.
The fauna?
Or a secret, yeah, fauna, the plant
Cool.
life, the local animals, yeah. Or a secret unit of brood brothers who are like double agents and infiltrate the cults on behalf of the emperor.
Oh, that's interesting.
The way I would say you could take it a step further, instead of it being like the imperial emperor, have it that it's a group of cultists that are infiltrating another Genestealer cult, but they have come from a different high fleet, so it's two high fleets trying to infiltrate each other.
That's cool. That's a little bit like the lore that me and Simon came up with for High Fleet Moloch and his cult, where it was like dueling patriarchs. It wasn't from a different cult, but it was like, for some reason, oh no. Oh no. I just broke the glue bond on this leg. But I've got green stuff on it that should reinforce it. But oh, I need to not lean on that leg anymore. Because it's just like a little wire in there, and I haven't reinforced the joint. That was dumb. I don't think I damaged it too much, but
Yeah.
Maybe I should do the thing that I tell everyone else to do, where I stop sculpting on this miniature, put it down, and save it for later. But I really want to get this belly in. Sorry, Flynn, go ahead.
So in regards to more Ninja's first bit of, they turn away from the brood mine and start worshipping a new master.
Mhm.
There's actually lore of original Genestealer cults where they would stop being part of they stop being like Genestealer cults, and they would end up becoming a chaos cult. But they will
Oh,
still
yeah,
be
yeah.
like a brood mine sort of situation. So there's something there to go for it.
Well, whenever I get back to my Junestealer cult, the cult of the bladed cog, that is what it is. It's realize that Tyranids are no good because they're going to destroy them, and it started worshiping another psychic beacon out in the vast void that it knows only as the serpent. And spoiler alert, it's a lost chaos patriarch, or not patriarch, lost chaos primarch. It's Omegon. Oh my god, what's going on with Omegon? This is a commission that I got done by, I can never remember how to say his name. It's like Region, but there's like a 4 in there. So this is my Omegon kit bash that he created for me. Minus an arm, because the arm broke. Anyway, that's my Chaos Cultist Genestealer cult. But yeah, I like that. Bringing back the like classic Chaos cult linked for Genestealers. I think that was like a child of the time when Games Workshop didn't have enough miniatures to support new armies, so they were very, they would take miniatures for one force and write lore to be able to use them in the other. That's how like Tyranids got squigs and stuff like that, because they needed more miniatures. That's from, was that Rick Priestley who said that, or was it, I think that was in a Rick Priestley interview.
Yeah.
Has anyone got the Red Terrors? Or your Red Terrors got the problem that all the other Red Terrors have, where one of their scything talons is miscast? It seems to be an everything sort of thing. I've seen more reports of it happening, and I've seen no reports of it. People being like, mine came out just fine. I have a Red Terror here that I haven't opened yet. Bought for me by all the lovely people on this channel who use my Fenris Workshop affiliate code. It really helps, and it helped me get a Red Terror. So I've got the Devlin box sitting in a box here. I just haven't been able to open it yet. So thank you for buying me a Red Terror.
Yeah.
But yeah, if your Red Terror is messed up and you're like, I thought about doing a thing where I like tell people how to fix it, because it's probably not that easy to, not that hard to fix, but you should absolutely contact Games Workshop and be very upset that your miniature was miscast and there's no way that you could ever possibly hope to repair it yourself. So they should give you some kind of compensation for it.
Yeah. You never know. If enough people complain, everyone could get a
Yeah.
potential refund.
Yep, could be.
Or when they release the, because to be honest, you probably know they're going to be retooling that kit now.
You think so? I think they, yeah, I guess they must. I don't
They
know.
have to,
Like, that
because
seems like a
otherwise-
lot of work, but I guess they probably have to.
Well, do you know about the how they actually have the iterations of how many times they've retooled a kit?
No, I don't know about this.
So on a sprue, so this is what I saw in one of the Squid Mile videos, that every time they go back and make any changes to a sprue, even like in the initial stages of it, they'll put, some companies will put like a little dot next in the on one of the corners of the sprue, and they'll keep putting another dot next to it, so you can see which version of that tooling it is.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. So you could see, like, for example, if you buy another Red Terror kit in a year's time, potentially, depending on how many they've already cast, you could go and see and compare it to a current Red Terror kit on the sprue. You could see, like, oh, there might be a difference somewhere, like another dot on there.
Mhm.
Would be like, oh, so they've actually changed it up. They've tooled it a bit more since then.
Oh, neat. Okay. I did not know that. How'd Squid Marler in this?
Oh, they got a dragon model made with Dungeons and Lasers, that company,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because they do all those dragons, and there's like, I wasn't fussed by the dragon design, which
I have
somehow,
the Xenomorph dragon somewhere. I've never done it.
yeah. That's the Xenomorph dragon. It's actually got to say that looks cool.
And
It's
you've seen these marks on Games Workshop models?
I haven't actively looked at Games Workshop models for them, and also now because of the fact they don't really, Games Workshop doesn't put it on the website, the images of the sprues anymore. Well,
You say
some
that
of the
like you
time,
haven't got
and
50 billion sprues sitting just behind you right now.
actually I don't. What I've got behind me is a load of books.
Oh, that's cool.
I actually, yeah, I haven't done any hobby for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then the last bit was when we were on stream, I was just making some like Death Watch Kill Team guys.
Yeah.
I haven't really done anything else since then.
That's okay. I go for long periods without doing any hobby unless I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Streams are helpful. I guess that's probably good enough flabby sack. All right, should I stop working because I'm happy with it, or should I keep going? Okay, I'm going to work on, like, the hands, because I can do filling work on them and not ruin what I just sculpted.
Yeah.
Not mess with this leg, which is going to break again if I mess with it too much.
The important bit is stop working on the body, work on the extremity.
Yes, smart. Also, it's getting near the time that I need to call the stream, so I should keep moving. I don't even know what time it is.
Well, for me, it's 11 past 11.
That means it's 11 past 6 for me.
Yeah.
I said I was probably going to stream till 6:30, so got to keep moving. Okay, get him out of here. You go cure. Get some cool arms here. Oh, this one needs some filler. So the goal here is, like, have his arms be really messed up and, like, mutated because he's so old. Yeah. Shout out, in case you don't know the hack, shout out Winged Hive Tyrant wing arms. You take the wing membranes off them. They're the longest, most gnarly Tyranid arms in the line. So that's what I'm using here. These are all wing arms, and like this one's got like a messed up huge claw in it with like a kind of useless thumb. This one's got another reachy kind of claw, and it's gonna have like a gnarly finger here. This one I stole from Blood Bowl. This is a skeletal limb from one of the skeleton teams. And it's kind of cool that it has like a ring on it. I like that. I don't know when I'm going to have to probably take that Blood Bowl thing off. I don't know if I can sculpt something that small or like a sigil, but I love this hand. And then this one is, I think, one of the original giant hands with some like extra finger funky tyrannidness on them. And I'm just really happy that every one of these hands is a different design. I think that that's like cool mutation type thing. This one looks like it's not quite as mutated. That one's definitely super mutated. He's kind of got the thing where he's got two vaguely human hands that a Genestealer would have. And then he's got two horrible giant claw things that a Genestealer would have. So anyway, that's where I'm going with it. Yeah. Any sign of Hydra yet? No, I don't think he's...
No sign of him at all.
Saving children. It's like midnight there, so this could well be a child who's sleeping. Yeah. Some kind of thing. So Hydra may not be rejoining us. Hot tip. I'm putting green stuff on a wire armature. I try to... Hydra would hate this. But I try to like not sculpt detail in the first layer of green stuff because it's easy for the green stuff to like shift around the wire. But at this size, and because it's a mutated finger, and what I would do is I put like a thin skin of green stuff on the wire, and then I'd sculpt the detail onto the next in another thin layer over top. But I might be able to make the fudge this because we're moving fast to making miniatures, right? And it's a mutated finger, so it doesn't have to look perfect. So let's see what I can. Because I don't want to have to come back and do more if I can help. But yeah, if it was like something like an arm that I was sculpting and I just had like a wire armature and then I wanted to sculpt like muscles and like stuff on it, I would definitely do a very thin layer of green stuff over, let it cure fully, and then come in and sculpt the details in another thin layer of green stuff. Here I'm using, this is a combination of green stuff and magic sculpt, which is my new, I'm attempting to make it my go-to. Usually I use a combination of green stuff and epoxy sculpt, which works fine. I've used it for years, but Will, Tactical D-Bag, who did the Junestealer art that we looked at earlier, told me that the man, the legend, Valbjorn, only uses magic sculpt. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to be as good as Valbjorn, I got to do something. Also the case that, like, I've always thought that magic sculpt was the same as epoxy sculpt, just a different, but someone, shout out Epic something miniatures, got it. They told me, like, you should really try magic sculpt because it's slightly different. And I did a little bit of experimenting with it, and I think I like the texture better than epoxy sculpt. I still have a lot of epoxy sculpt, so I still got to use it, but I'm trying to do more and more with a combination green stuff and magic sculpt and see how it. Okay, this finger is coming along pretty nice. Oh, the other consideration here is that, like, because the fingers are so thin, probably better to sculpt it all in one layer if I can. Yeah. If I keep adding layers to them, they're going to get, like, weirdly fat and gnarly. And Hydra will yell at me for doing more sculpting than I need to.
As he should.
Like he did when I was working on it. But yeah, right here, like, I'm trying to, like, push this green stuff around. It's kind of like shifting around the wire, which is not helpful, but maybe it'll just look like mutant skin shit. And this claw is actually a Skaven. It's not an organic claw. It's like a, on the big Skaven beastie guys, they're like ogres, but they have, like, funky guns, and they've got, like, the weird little baby Skaven on the back with the brains. You know what I'm talking about, Flynn? Storm fiends? Storm
fiends.
Yeah, so this is, like, from a storm fiend weapon, this claw. But I really like the shape of it, so I tried to make it look a little more organic and, like, round down the edges a bit, so it didn't look quite so, like. I wanted this finger to be really messed up. It's only a little bit messed up. Maybe that's okay. What's going on in the chat, Flynn?
Diana says, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and check out the affiliate links.
Thank you, Diana, for being the #1 stream promoter on stream.
Tom broke his ankle last week.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Tom. Sorry, broke his ankle and what?
Falling over his friend's door step.
Oh God, I'm sorry, Tom. I don't even know what the recovery of an ankle break looks like, and it can't be very.
Takes some time.
Have you done it before, Flynn?
No, but one of our guys on our rugby tour, he broke his ankle.
On tour?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sucks. In Romania. Well, I don't know how that works in the UK. Wait, is Romania part of the EU? It is, right?
Yeah, but so what he had to do was,
how does the healthcare work?
Got him. Basically, his other half's a paramedic, so basically we just got him on the next flight.
Yeah.
Got him out flying out so he could get back to the UK to get treatment.
Oh.
To get an X-ray and everything. That's when we knew it was either.
Didn't even try to get treatment in Romania.
Well, there was an ambulance there, and the ambulance was just useless.
Shit.
Basically, we got him out, got him home. X-ray turned out it was broken. It was either snap ligaments or fibula. So it turned out to be broken fibula, clean all the way through. And so we just basically sent him to. He got back, got the cast on, and he's out for like what, 3 months or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's like if he had got the cast put on in Romania, he wouldn't have been able to fly for 8 weeks.
What?
Because when you get a cast put on, you can't fly straight away.
I didn't know that.
You have to yeah. So
whoa. I mean, it's Europe. He could take a train home, but.
Well, no.
What? Why not? There's no trains in Romania? They don't have buses? Come on.
No, but they've got to get all the way through, and then he's got to get to the Eurostar and everything. And he's not English.
Oh.
He's Kiwi.
Oh.
So it adds another element.
Oh wow.
To his issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, that is complicated.
Yeah, so it's just like getting flying back straight away.
With a broken ankle. Ouch.
Yeah. But yeah, we managed to get him sorted out and get back over.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it really. Chat. Tom says, I feel like I've seen them, but I just thought they were cool cooling or ventilation points on the mold.
What's
Think
that?
about the Red Terror bit.
Oh.
Yeah. Morning goes, is that Red Terror sprue error mission critical?
No, it's not.
No.
It's very easy to. Okay. Games Workshop, if you're watching this, earmuffs. Okay, they're not listening. It's super easy to fix. Like, shout out Ryan's Minis. Ryan's Minis is a phenomenal painter. Amazing Tyranid painting work. Ryan's Minis would tell you himself that he doesn't do very much conversion work. Or he doesn't, I don't think he does very much green stuff work. He fixed it using plastic glue and a knife, I think. He just like put some like viscous plastic glue on it, let it like cure halfway, and then like I think he scraped it with a knife and then it was done. Yeah. He posted about it on his Instagram. I don't know if he saved it as a highlight though, cause story. Yeah. You could reach out to Ryan's Minis and ask him how he did it, because he was able to do it and he would not describe himself as like a master sculptor. So it's definitely fixable. Yeah. And it's like it's basically like it's like here, except for if there was only one vent here and this part was smooth, this smooth part is rough on the Red Terror on one arm, just this area. So it's not like a large area. It's not like the doesn't fit together or anything like that. So it's very much, if you're asking Games Workshop for a refund, you're going full Karen in the hope of getting something, because it's not mission critical by any means. But like, you could totally be like, I paid this much for this miniature and it's not as I expected, and like, you screwed up in your QA, you need to give me something, and see how far you get.
Yeah.
So I can tell you guys, because you're my real friends. Secret Father is the reason that he's a secret father is that he is a secret tribute to an artist who I admire greatly. But I wanted to keep it a secret until it is done, and then reveal it to the artist who I admire greatly. That's why the secret part of Secret Father. But it's been so long since I started. There's no way this person's gonna. So yeah. Secret. I told you that, right, Flynn?
Yeah. I remember it from before.
Good man. Okay, that finger looks pretty gnarly. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Let's see if we can get it focused. And that's just one layer of green stuff, so not bad. Perfectly cromulent level of detail. A little blip blip here.
Yeah.
Suggestion of some more detail. Is Hydra? Oh, I think Hydra's messaging me. He might be cooked. Yeah, wait, Hydra, you there? I can hear you. Or am I hearing my own audio?
You hear your own audio.
Okay. Hydra says... Oh, no, that was thank you for the thing I sent him. Yeah, I wrote this card. This is like the life of someone with ADHD who has like a studio that's way bigger than he needs. I wrote this card to Hydra, and I was going to send it to him at Christmas. I think it was this past Christmas. It may have been a previous one. And I was just like cleaning out the studio, and I found this card again, and I was like, what the hell? And I like read it. I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of sweet. I should send that to him in the middle of June or middle of May. So fortunately I had this This oh, it feels like this is hardening faster than I'd expect of green stuff. I had this stick magnet that I wanted to send him anyway, so that's neither here nor there. Even if you're not working on Junestealer, what are other things people are working on? On right now? Or if you're not planning to work on Junestealer and you have like a cool idea, like aforementioned telemarketing insurance salesperson that you want to give to other people, definitely let us know in the chat. Because we are all about giving people ideas. On future Junestealer streams, maybe we'll try and see like what people have already created and get it up. But we'll see. Flynnhammer, anything else about how you're thinking about handling Junestealer in terms of like the promotion side of it?
If I have the time, I'll see if I can try and do what we've done in previous years of like share on the what's Warp Shadow story.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Because you do have a very busy June, right?
Yeah. Just a lot of work and everything else going on.
No pressure. I can also do that. I have access to the Warp Shadow account, and maybe I have a little more time than you do.
Yeah, it's just one of those years where it's like it's the opposite way around. Normally, you're the one who's busy.
Super busy.
This year, I'm the one who's busy.
Well, let's switch it up. That's fine.
Yeah.
You've been carrying it all those other years, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Also, I'm really, really trying to have a couple of Junestealer related surprises in store for the month. I have had Warp Shadow shirts that I got designed, God, I don't want to say it's 2 years ago, at least 1 year ago, that I have wanted to make available to folks, and the stream hosts have them. Like if you're a host on the stream, I send you Warp Shadow shirts to try and, placate you so you keep putting up with my bullshit. But I wanted to make them available to other folks to purchase, and I was worried about like the logistics of it. And Hydra told me how he was like handling his shirts when he's doing like Woman-Tide shirts. I think he might have done some other shirts too. And it was a good system, so I was like, oh, I should try that system. But I have ADHD, and I am not always good at getting coordinated on things. So fortunately, I have an amazing spouse who tells me all the time, she's like, if you need help, you should ask me for help, because I can probably help you. And I asked her for help with the Warp Shadow shirts, and I think she's going to help me get that going, so that people can get them. The only thing I'm going to caution is that it's like they're going to be priced, they're going to be made in Canada. They're probably going to be Canadian shirts, like shirts that were actually created in Canada, and they're printed at a local printer that I always use for this stuff. And because of the situation in the United States right now with morons being in charge of the country, you're probably going to have to pay duty on them if you're in the US. And there may be an additional handling charge for the US because I have to fill out customs forms twice for the United States.
Oh,
and I have a video I will show you. I will ship a shirt to the UK, and I will show you what I have to do to ship to the UK. And then I will show you how much extra I have to do to ship to the US. And it's like download another app, fill out all the information you already filled out, tell us 13 times that this is not like, oh no, actually, I guess they won't be gifts. They're going to be, maybe I won't have to fill out all those questions. But if you try and send a gift to the US, they like ask you 50 million questions and make you tell them 13 times over that, yes, this is in fact a gift and you're not trying to sneak something you're selling through. So I'm not about to lie to the US customs on anyone's behalf, so maybe I won't have to fill out quite as many questions. But it is the case that like there's like 5 more steps that you need to do to ship to the US versus shipping to Canada, shipping to the UK, anywhere else.
Shipping has become so laughably expensive.
Yeah.
Shipping has always been laughably expensive in Canada. The rest of you are just catching up.
One thing is, guys, I need to drop off now.
Good man, Flynn. Thanks for sticking it out for so long. Good luck with your softball event tomorrow. I hope you're able to get some sleep and it's not too hot and sweaty.
Yeah, and good luck with everyone's Junestealer projects.
Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes.
Talk to you guys soon.
Bye, Flynn.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Welcome back, Simon.
Hi. Oh, that was in time, I guess.
Yeah, perfect timing. He may have been waiting for you to come back to drop off. I don't know.
That's probably right. Question: have you ever used Tamiya Putty?
Simon, I've got some right here that I've been meaning to. I started testing it out. I did a whole thing where I started recording a video. This is what I always do. And I record the first half of the video, and then I haven't recorded the second half of the video yet. But that yellow stuff is Tamiya. And then I think there's some light blue stuff in here that's also Tamiya. Why? Why do you ask? You've been messing with it lately?
Yeah, not that. The plastic putty that comes in a tube.
Oh, the Gapfiller.
Yes.
I have used that once. It was a long time ago.
I have come to, you know, as I'm, you are the king of smoothness and smooth surfaces and all that.
I am?
Yeah, you always, yeah, I think
What?
you always try to make things like smooth and blend with the Tyranid aesthetic.
Okay, thank you for saying that, because coming from you, it means a lot, and I didn't know that you believed that of me.
I do. That's how I perceive your work.
You are the king of smallness. You can sculpt things at a much smaller level of detail than I have the patience for.
Oh, thanks.
You're also the master of speed.
Yeah, and that's where I come into into
Tamiya?
that with
Yep.
Tamiya. I don't have it with me down here, so I cannot show you. But there's this. You don't have to mix it. It's in a tube.
Yeah.
And the tip of this tube, it's basically looks like a toothpaste tube, but the tip is very very thin, like almost like a syringe thing, thin, and it has become so handy. I've used that so often lately because it can do something that is really hard to sculpt, in my opinion.
Yes.
And works greatly. Well, I don't know about you, but I always have a hard time to sculpt spikes.
Yes.
You don't.
I would not attempt it. I would do it in plasticard.
Yeah. And Tamiya is this plastic stuff is like it has kind of the consistency of toothpaste.
Yeah.
Except that it not will shrink very much. It shrinks a little bit, but not very much. And therefore, if you are very gently, you can squeeze it out onto a surface and then gently pull away, and this will create small spikes.
Cool. And they don't break afterwards? Like they're strong enough to stick around?
No. Well, I covered in layers of paint and whatnot. I have used that on a scenario token that I built for Omentide.
Yeah.
And it's on those tips are on a very exposed place.
Yeah.
I have those like these weird leg-like structures poking out of things, and I used some Halloween bird deco skeleton thing.
Yeah.
And just because I wanted some weird large, stupidly large legs, to poke out, and where the quotation marks knee would be, I felt like there could be a structure on that, and I used that, and I made those spikes on there, and they have been on there ever since.
Cool.
So probably if you would, you know, go hard down on them,
you could break it if you wanted to, but
yeah, just like
you're being
green stuff,
careful.
if you wouldn't fix it with super glue of some sort, it would probably break off as well very easily.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. A great find, and because when you look at the carapace of crabs, for example, they have all these tiny spikes, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And you're Mr. Crab / sea creatures right now with Omentide.
Yeah, and I tried to find a way how to recreate these looks, and these little spikes are pretty quick, pretty easy. And I was wondering when I was doing that, I was wondering, as some folks started to paint their high fleet as coconut crabs and all
Yeah.
that, I was wondering kind of how like a spiky turnip carapace would look like with that stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because like when you think about carnifex with those large crushing claws, he already looks like a crab.
Yeah. Everything crab.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah, that was something I wanted to share. And it's
Good man.
the cool thing is that you can blend it with water.
Oh, yeah.
So
I have that fucking
for
thing here somewhere. I don't know where. I
for
have. I can
really
picture the
quick.
exact tube you're talking about.
I think it's pretty just like hot glue. Well, the nasty thing with hot glue is that it takes time and to heat up, and then you
Yeah.
have those strings everywhere, and it's hot and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I feel like Tamiya putty there, this plastic putty, is a quick
Yep.
solution to small gap fillings.
Yep.
And I think it kind of hardens rather fast.
Speaking of hardening rather
This
fast, I'm messing with green stuff in Magic Sculpt here, and I don't know if it's because I did something wrong, but this is hardening, I feel like, faster than I would expect for putty.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not sure about the
that's not good.
quickness.
Damn, I want to
Of
keep sculpting. I'm so excited to keep sculpting on this thing, but I really got to go soon, and my putty's telling me to stop, so I might have to listen.
Need a fridge, dude.
Yeah, I
Just like
had a
one of those
fridge.
little these tiny beer can fridges where
I
just
had
one.
I had one, but then something spilled in it, and I let it like it got like gross, and I basically just never cleaned it.
Oh Jesus!
I opened it, I turned it off so that it would dry out, but I need to like go in and actually like clean it, and I'm not. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna shove some like I'm gonna fill some risk gaps with this stuff because I think it's probably still viable enough for that. Maybe.
Yeah. So, you said that you were going to give that on a Discord a sculpting tutorial kind of workshop
Yes,
thing.
I gotta remember that I'm doing that. Yeah.
Um,
So my
from what
buddy Tim Art, real name, didn't make it up. I checked his ID. Tim Art is a member of some kind of hobby Discord that I'm now a member of as well. And they do a thing where they have artists do virtual lessons on the Discord. So people,
Yeah.
I think, pay a subscription or say they pay something to the Discord, and then I get compensated from that fund to give them a virtual sculpting lesson.
Sweet.
What were you going to say?
And I was wondering, what are you going to teach them?
I'm probably going to start off by giving them a general, like, just in case you don't know anything. Oh, Jesus, that's not good. I just put a cut in this. A general, just in case you don't know anything about green stuff. Here's what you got to know about green stuff. I'm holding the wrong leg. Green stuff, like, introduction. And then my go-to for teaching people how to sculpt a physical item to, like, apply what we talked about is sculpting hoods. Because they're most people have a human shaped miniature around with a head that they can put a hood on, and it's not something where you need to have like sharp lines, but it is something where you can like get to experiment with like moving around the putty and how that feels. Unfortunately, I won't be able to give them Nivea. I guess I could ask them to buy Nivea before, but that was a theory.
Yeah,
They're all over the world. I can't send them Nivea.
of course. And when you're doing hoods, you basically just squeeze it downwards and
Yes, I put a blob on the head.
Yeah.
That's a little, it could, I haven't figured out like the exact sizing, but I tend to say like same size as the head you're putting it on.
Yeah.
And then I start at the back of the head and I squeeze it down and forward.
Cool.
Why, did you have a suggestion? Or something else that would be good?
I'm secretly taking notes
Good
because
man.
I think my thing is earlier.
Yeah.
It will be in 2 weeks on the Weald Discord.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to join, check out Enter the Weald, the website.
Is it a German
Just
Discord or an English one or?
no, it's international.
Cool.
Enter the Weald.
How do you
It's
spell Weald?
actually, sorry?
How do you spell Weald?
WEALD.
I don't know that word, so I'm glad you spelled it.
I enter it. It basically means forest.
Oh, okay.
So the cool thing is that the Weald is a small group. Well, it's a small indie game which has been around
Shocker.
for
talking to
quite
you.
a while. Oh, okay. The Weald is a community arising during the lockdowns of 2020. The Weald is a network of creators, wargamers, model makers, painters and kit bashers, artists, writers, storytellers, and more, who have come together to create a vibrant and supportive community spanning multiple countries and continents. It also is a game, and it also is a sandbox. So basically, there's this forest, and within this forest, there's like a pest spreading,
A pest?
and you have those little villages, and you play either like the villagers, some brave try to travel from one village to another, like traders.
Mhm.
They're the guards who kind of fend off what is ever coming from the forest.
Yeah.
That sounds very very easy, but they have by now developed a quite amazing lore and some catchphrases and stuff like that. For example, they have the Ito challenge, which is pretty cool. On their Discord, they make these challenges, and then they vote these for them.
Yeah.
And whoever wins is allowed to come up with the topic for the next challenge.
Oh shit! I love that. That's so cool.
That is so good. And
we should steal that for November for Junestealer.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah. The fun part is that that they're always making tables of different kind of inputs.
Yeah.
And you roll for different prompts.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Like the what, Realms of Chaos, is that what it was? The Games Workshop book that started that?
Something like that. And I think the last I tried to participate in the last two of them, and I missed both of them. And I think the last one was a sorry.
Wasn't Slug Wizard like that? Wasn't there a prompts that you rolled for on Slug Wizard? Did I make that up?
No, there were no prompts on Slug Wizard. Well, long story short, they have a cool game.
Yep.
Cool indie game. But what they really excel at is gathering a bunch of very exquisite individuals to promote for the game. And they also have a little con and stuff like that. And what they do as a community is that they try to not try, but they have found out that they have a bunch of very talented people amongst their community, and they are having free workshops during the year. And
cool.
For example, last week it was earlier this week. Was a photography and kind of photo editing workshop by Julian Weald, I think he goes. Like, he's on Instagram called High Tech Ogre.
Oh yeah, your boy.
Yeah, I
aren't you guys buds?
We talk once in a while.
Didn't you win something from him? Didn't you win like some photo contest of his?
Yes, I did. A couple of moons back. Yes, he had this vignette 28 thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just dropping the links in the
Can you
in the chat.
can you also
Um,
drop them into the Discord channel stream thoughts? Because Kajan's probably going to go through this after and do the chapter markers, and he'll probably pull them.
So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Steven's paintbrush, for example.
Not off the top of my head, but I've probably seen them.
Don't worry. He's important person at the 28 mag, so he's part of the community, and well, there are a couple of people, and I really enjoy there. It's a very small community, but it's very intense and very caring and very
Good.
cheering and supportive and all that. And I really like the idea that they kind of help each other to grow by doing these workshops.
Yeah.
And two of them, like Julian and Bob, are from Germany.
Yeah.
And Bob and I visited me at Taktika.
Yeah.
He was the coolest dude. Like, he showed up and had this huge basket full of amazing like drinks and snacks and all that. That was
Cool.
fantastic, and I was so blown away. And yeah, he's one of them, and we started talking, and he asked me if I wanted to do a workshop for sculpting, and yeah, that's how I got invited there.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for that.
Mhm.
But I'm trying to I'm trying to wrap my head around how to do that properly, because I'm not seeing myself doing a sculpt along.
Yeah. Well, the
Like,
key thing is that you don't know what level of experience the people have, because like I guess in the
yeah,
28th community they've probably encountered green stuff before, because these people are probably people who convert, I would assume.
yeah,
But I guess
yeah,
you can't. Whenever I do a sculpting session, I tend to, if I've never done a sculpting session at an event before, I tend to assume that it's going to be an introduction to sculpting.
yeah,
Because the thing is that, like, take it from me, who has been your student for a long time, you have a lot of really good tips that even if you just sat there and you just talked about it and you maybe like showed them some stuff on camera, you're going to blow a bunch of people's minds with things that they just like never considered. Like, think about how you like give them the basics of like the sculpting materials and like
yeah,
why you choose different putties, stuff like that, and like the basics that they need to know to work with any putty, like lubrication and all that. But then tell them like some of your like shortcuts and hacks for like getting some stuff done quickly or that kind of thing. Like my strategy with my sculpting videos is that I don't want to teach someone how to sculpt a sword, because not everyone wants to sculpt a sword. I want to give people the basic grounding so that they can sculpt anything they friggin' please, and I will have made it easier for them.
yeah,
Like, I just like warm up and reheat and like reserve shit that you've already served me, like the heat and cold thing, the Nivea. Like, I even use your tip about like tacking green stuff with super glue if you need to like tack green stuff to something. These are all things that people don't necessarily know. And then the like sculpting a physical item, like with the hood, that was just something that I introduced like the first time I did these sessions, I didn't have that. But I just felt like it was a good way to let people apply what we've been talking about.
yeah, yeah. I was wondering if, yeah, my trouble is that I'm not sure how good my camera is to kind of be
Oh,
sculpting stuff. You know, you
yeah.
have like your pro cam there, and we can see all the wrinkles when you're sculpting.
Yeah, but
I'm not
like
sure how
I
good my
recorded,
camera is.
well, I guess I recorded on a DSLR when I recorded my first videos, but for a long time I was streaming using webcam. And like you can still give them a little bit. I guess that's why it's important to say the tips and show
Yes.
them. I don't know.
So my idea was to kind of work around that, and I hope I find the time to, quotation marks, write my Bible, my sculpting Bible, kind of make a presentation
Yeah.
of the things that I want to talk about. So I can flip through that and be like, yeah, this I don't have to wiggle my tools around in front of my camera.
Well, that can always
Instead.
be like the visual aid that you do with what
Yeah.
you're speaking about, and like you can show it to them even if they can't see that well. The majority of my session is lecture, like it's teaching people like the theory.
Yeah.
While I show them the theory on screen, but it's not like let's sculpt along necessarily.
Okay, good.
So I think you
Yeah,
can be safe in doing that.
Yeah, I think that's something that I would do in a personal a personal tutorial.
Mhm.
So if I had some place and space to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
No, not to talk about. Talk about on the internet is easy, but to
Demonstrate?
yeah, and have someone be like, "Hey, I think there's so much to sculpting that we, as we do that so often, we tend to forget about."
Yeah. So it's the challenge is remembering what you got to tell someone.
Yeah, and especially I learned that from my students. A lot of kids nowadays have trouble holding a paintbrush properly.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's something surprising. But how you hold a paintbrush is kind of
Important?
implied by the way how you hold a pen.
A pencil or a pen. Oh my God, Simon, you just blew my mind. And people aren't holding pencils and pens.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is like, I don't know, more than AI. I think that's the thing that has that brings me the most depression. That people are not holding pencils and pens. Yeah, because I'm holding this the way I'd like hold a pen, probably. Damn it.
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
And when well, they might even hold a pen, but for a good while, I've understood that because my wife is so anal about how our kids are holding a pen, especially fountain pen.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I support that.
Because when you hold your pen, kind of you have your index finger. You should have like your middle finger be the resting place of the pen, and then your index finger, your pointy finger, and your thumb holding the tool.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's how you are holding your tool, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are kids that are holding their their pen with the middle finger and resting the pen on the drawing on the ring finger.
That's not. Oh yeah, that's not. I know people who write like that. I think.
Yeah, and when you write like that, you also draw like that.
Yeah.
And when you hold a brush, that's something that makes your painting hinderous because you're in your own way. When you write, you have kind of come to you have learned it that way, but it's actually it is in it's not a very healthy way to hold a pen. But because we don't write that much anymore, no one cares. But if you try to paint, the angle you put a brush on the paper is very steep.
Yeah.
And when you hold it with your pointy finger, the angle is more flat. And that kind of is it is very little, but it makes painting with a brush more inaccurate and more hard than it would necessarily be if you but you don't think about those things. You know, you put a brush in a kid's hand and be like, hey, paint, and they don't get it done. And I was wondering for a while what's going on there.
Yeah.
And those things are these very, very basic, very tiny things are also dictating how your outcome is.
Interesting. If you give a shit, we call this the index finger, the pointing finger. But if you say pointing finger, people will probably know what you mean.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if index finger was the right
Yeah.
one.
What do you
But
say in German? Index?
no, we say pointy finger.
God damn.
Zeigefinger.
That works.
The-
I'm trying the whole thing. I tell your wife, just say it with an American accent and it'll be fine. All right. I think like this putty is cooked. I've forced it into these joints. I hope it's not going to pop out because it's getting too solid, but I think it might be time to call the stream for me.
Yes.
Because we're supposed to go to a party. Nora's friends are having a party tonight. Although Nora had a migraine, so I don't know if we're going to make it. We shall see.
Sounds pretty much like my day. We had a thunderstorm rolling in.
Oh, gotcha.
So I had horrible brain aches the whole day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hate that.
Yeah. Came home, took a pill. Then we went to our neighbors because they were having everyone invited over. Until I had to leave because I'm internet famous.
Did you tell them that you're leaving because you're internet famous?
Yeah, because I said I need to leave because I'm going to Canada to hang out with my Canadian buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Over the internet. Don't let your kids hear that.
Well, my kids think I'm friends with the world because when I talk about people I know from Instagram or whatever, I always say they're my friends because explaining my kids that I talk to random people on the
explaining
internet
parasocial relationships to your young children is not going to work.
Yeah. So, and I also think that most of the people that I interact with are kind of it's to me it's more than a parasocial interaction. It's
Yeah.
a very most of the time very topic related
Yeah.
relationship, but yeah, if I don't like anyone, I'm not talking to them, and so
Yeah.
I can call them my friends, and I like that my kids think that the world is their friends.
Good.
You can make friends everywhere.
I like that. I support that.
You know what
approach.
I also love?
What?
These hands, dude. These are brilliant. I love how you have managed to get to make two hands look similar, but all four of them look different and have a different kind of design layout.
Thanks, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy with them. I'm extremely happy with them. And like I always tell people, like don't sculpt hands because they're hard, and just like take a hand that Games Workshop gives you. But when you're doing monstrous bestial hands, it's the best time to try and play with hands because if they look weird, it's good. It works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and yeah, I hadn't worked on this thing for a long time, and now that I've dug it out, I'm super stoked to work on it some more.
Glad that you picked it up again.
Me too. And glad that you were here to join us for the stream. Thanks, Simon.
Oh, thank you.
And glad that Flynnhammer was here as well, although he's not with us right now. Thank you, Flynn, for joining the stream. Certainly. Thank you to everyone in the chat for also joining the stream. I haven't... Yo, what? Warren J. Beatty is in the house? Oh my god, you're like doxing yourself. You got like a picture and everything. That's Vermis. Oh, should I not have said that? Shit. Hello, Warren J. Beatty, who I definitely do not know. So glad to see you in the chat. What else are people saying? Oh, I guess Small Ninja's in the Weald with you.
Nice.
Mall Ninja, yes, these feet are also from the giant kit. They're Gargant feet. I just put them on, I think these are Tyrannifex legs. So Tyrannifex legs are the longest, sexiest legs in the Tyranid line, and Tyrant winged arms are the longest, sexiest arms in the Tyranid line, and together they make a long, gangly, sexy boy. Domestic with an MD. Nivea is the real sauce, though. I'm a convert. That's good to hear. See what else we got here. Weald, yeah, that had a great stream. Yep. Pestilence. Nurgle meets Nauska. Pestilence. Oh, I think Warren is in the Weald. Is they talk about like Pestilence? Is that like the... Okay, gotcha. Simon, have you ever had any dealings with Nausicaä Valley of the Wind, the anime?
I have seen. I love those huge.
Oh, the
things.
Omu, the big bugs with a bunch of eyes. It's pretty cool, man. You might like. I don't know how you get into it, but I read the graphic novels. But there is like a movie. It's like the world is like infested with this like, it's like fungus or like crazy moss fungus growth. It's just like infesting everything. It's pretty neat.
Sounds cool.
Uh,
so the movie's any good?
I haven't seen the movie. I've only seen the graphic novel. So folks can tell you, if anyone listening to the stream who's on the Discord has seen Nausicaä the movie, please let Hydra know. It's any good. But the book is very good. And there's these cool things in it called God Warriors, which are kind of like Sentinels, but I don't know. They're amazing. They're kind of like Evangelion, but like different. Interesting.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, fungus after nuclear war is the way that Mall Ninja has described it.
Nice.
But it's like super overgrown forest fungus madness. It's cool.
That's cool.
All right, cool. Thank you, Hydra. I've taken enough of your time. Thank you for coming back after you had to deal with your family stuff. We're glad to have you back, and we will talk again soon.
Sweet. Looking forward to it. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.